Oh, welcome guys, what's up? Just thought I'd give you a tour of where it goes down with the sound, freestyle, getting around, you know how I do. Yeah, thought I'd show you how it goes down, studio tour. I use quite a bit of things. I use a mix of hardware and software, so let's get it started. This is the main software screen sequencer program I use. You can see this is Ableton Live. It's fairly popular out there. We got live mixer tracks going on. You can see them working right there. Okay, so there we go. We'll go to the other view so you can see what the other kind of sequencing view looks, putting stuff together. Okay, next we'll go to the mixer. This is my mixer right here. This is the Mackie 12012 VLZ Pro. I had a Behringer. It was about the same size. I had a big old PV analog one, but you really need all that, so just got this one. You can see live mixer tracks going on. Everything's live over here. She's been good to me, this one. I like it. It's not too big, not too small, just enough, serves my needs. Alright, next, after the mixer, we got the monitors. Check them out. Those are the KRK Rocket 8s. They're pretty good sounding monitors. I like them. They got a lot of bass and just they're just good quality. I had the Rocket 6s before, and those were good too, but these have a little more punch. Kind of enjoy them. That's the left monitor, by the way. Monitor, speaker monitor, and that is the right one. There you go. Okay, Rocket 8s. Okay, so let's turn over here and see what we got over here. Okay, what is that thing right there? That is the MPC workstation. I got two sets of headphones. I got one on the left and one on the right. Sometimes I do the closed ear mixing and keep it quiet for, whoever. Actually, I really don't ever keep it quiet, but, just sometimes I want to listen close. I guess a little more intimate, so I throw on the headphones. Here's the MPC. This is where I just bang out drums and mess with samples and do all that fun stuff. I do MIDI audio, everything, so I think this is, let's see if, this is actually synced over here to the Ableton Live. I don't know if I have my drums, MIDI'd out or something, but yeah. Okay, so next, that's where the melodies get done, the keyboard melodies, software synths, the groove boxes when I MIDI them. You could see that right there. It's full, like I said, everything's live. So I go over here and turn a knob, and boy, levels change, and it's cool. Keep it live. Okay, next, above the MIDI controller, we got, what is it? There's 4 sets of 2 strings there. So what kind of instrument is that? That is a mandolin. Sometimes I get bored. I don't feel like making beats. I want to get acoustical, little experimental. I break out the mandolin and play. It's kind of cool, have fun with it. Okay, so the mandolin. So from there, let's do a 180. 180 spin around. Spin and spin and spin. Oh, what is that right there? That is, well, what are those right there? Those are the guitars, the electric guitars, okay. Well, the one on the left is, I just use it for normal playing. It's a standard tune guitar. I have standard gauge strings on it. I think they're like 9 or 10, just normal, fun, really fun playing guitar. Feels really good. Okay, the next one though, that one is set up different. That one has they're like gauge 13 or 14 strings. They're really thick. So, almost feels sort of like a bass. I mean, and it's just real thick, meaty, fat strings. I just got it for experimenting with and down tuning and doing different stuff. Really fun. You could come up with some cool stuff if you get a guitar and just, kind of set it up like that if you're trying to make not really bass lines. I have a bass too. So but I'd say not really bass lines, but just trying to experiment, you know, tune it low and get thick strings, and just it's pretty cool. So if we go down, 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 oh, what's that? Okay, that's where, let's get a picture of all those right there. Okay, that's where the sounds get generated from. So if we go over here, that's the Roland D2. That's a really cool little groove box, you know. It's got this little thing in the middle. That's, you could really create some cool little melodies with that, you know, little arpeggiated melodies. Really get kind of cool, you know. It's real different, like different than you would get from normally just playing your normal keyboard bass technique, you know. Really like that machine. It's got good sound, you know. You can make a full track with it, you know. It gives you like 16 tracks to, you know, for your whole complete track, so that's nice. Okay, next to that one we got the MC303. That is a classic, and both these ones, by the way, I had friends back in the days, you know, back in the days that use these, so I kind of thought these would be cool machines to get. I've seen them in, you know, in work lots of times live, and that was kind of a decision of mine, was that, you know, I knew people that had them and had heard them, and just, they kind of speak for themselves. They're, you know, really cool little devices. Okay, and next to that we got the Korg EM1. This is like those ones. It's a workstation, but it's a little more limited. Those ones have 16 tracks. I think this EM1 actually only gives you like 10. Yeah, and I think 2 of them are for your melodies and 8 are for your drum tracks, so it's kind of weird how it's set up. As I think the other 2 over there, the Roland D2 and the Groovebox, I think you get 16 tracks for those, and I think you can set them up however you want, you know, however many you want for your drums, however many you want for your melodies, so it's a little more expressive that way, you know. But this machine's still cool. It don't got quite as many sounds as those machines, patches, but the sounds it does have is, you know, they're really thick and nice and fat, and, you know, it's just kind of fun. It's a little smaller, so it's pretty portable, you know. It's probably the size of a textbook. It's not, you know, a bigger textbook. It's not really big at all. And this one is actually lighter than those other 2. It's really light, so, you know, it's really easy to carry. So that's a cool one. It's called the Korg EM1 Electribe. So next, alright, this one is actually like a brother, I guess you could say a sister to this one right here. This one is the Korg Electribe EA1. It only has sounds on it. It's a sound generator, you know. It doesn't have drums like the other ones, so you can't make, you know, a full track like that, but it's got really, really good sounds, you know. It's got a lot of editing features for the sounds. It's you can actually I don't know if it's got a sampler, but it's got something you could like filter an aux, a line in aux or a line into it, and like you can send an out effect to like a line aux out or something like that. So it's got something that's really cool, you know, cool feature like that. But yeah, it's definitely, you know, pretty nice. This one and this one combined, they're really fun, you know. They sync really well, and, you know, I mean, once you hook this black one up, you know, that EM1 to the EA1, you get more synth tracks. So instead of just having the 2 synth tracks for your song like that, this one gives you 2 tracks at a time. That's all you get, but, you know, you get 2 more, so there you go. You got 4 melodic tracks to use, so you can get more expressive with your music. Okay, and then over here we got the amp station. So, you know, I got a Behringer GMX 2x12, and there's my guitars and stuff in front of it. It's a pretty decent amp. It's got 2 12-inch speakers. It's got like 60 effects, so it's really cool if you're trying to just record, you know, like record just whatever. If you're a producer and you want to record your guitar and add some effects to it, no matter what kind of music you're making, you got them, you know. It's really cool. Wasn't too expensive. I think new it was about $300, you know, maybe like $299, $300ish. So you can probably get it now for like $150, you know, but fairly nice. I mean, there is higher end amps if you're looking for something that has a better sound and, you know, something like that, you can shell out the money. But for the price, I mean, you know, it's a good bang for your buck. I think the thing that makes it, you know, a good bang for your buck is the effects and just the bunch of line ins and line outs and aux ins and aux outs. You know, you can basically hook it up to anything you have and just go at it. You know, it can hook up to any kind of interface, recording interface or device or PA, so very versatile. Okay, next we got the bass. Awesome bass right there. PVT-20. It's pretty old school. It's probably from the late 70s, early 80s, you know, USA made. I'm more of a guitarist than a bassist, but that is pretty nice bass. You know, hardcore bass player would probably definitely be into something like that. They don't make them like that anymore. That might even be from the late 60s. I know it's fairly old. Okay, next to that one, we got the Fender Squier Strat. You know, that the Squier models of Stratocasters were a little lower end. You know, they're not nearly as much as the USA made and the Mexican made ones, but this one I actually modded and it sounds really good. If you look at the pickups there on the bridge, I put a black Dragonfire humbucker in there, so you know, it was supposed to be like a clone of a Seymour Duncan or something. It's really nice. It sounds really, really good. You know, really gave it a nice higher output and clear notes. You know, for playing really good leads and stuff. It just made it sound a lot better than the stock what do you call it, single humbucker was that it came with. So that was definitely a good upgrade. And then I got one of my ukuleles there. That's just one of the cheaper ones, a Rogue one. But I've got some other ones too. I just didn't feel like getting them out, you know. And then there's my you can't really see it. That's my mic shield and stuff. But if you look under there, I've got tons of records. You know, I'm a digger. What you know, Beatmaker really ain't. You know, so there's stacks and more on top of my amp right there. And then there's my turntable under there. You know, I had a 1200, but you know, I got rid of it a long time ago. When I first bought it, I needed the money, so I downgraded. But I'm not a DJ. I just, you know, I got this. But it is direct drive Statin T60. It's done me well. You know, I put a nice Shure M44-7 stylus in it, so you know it sounds good for sampling and just playing records. And okay, so we got the acoustic guitars over here. That's just the normal Sunburst, you know. I keep them in standard tuning. Sometimes I'll maybe down tune it just to get experimental, but I got that one. And I got that one, which is, you know, Sunburst acoustic guitar. So, you know, they're nothing major. I think that one is actually like a Walmart brand, a First Act. And that one over there might be a little bit better quality. It's a Rogue musician's friend. But yeah, you got a glimpse of the studio and where it all goes down. You know, let's see if we can get a complete view of you know, the main, I guess you could say the main. Well, look at that. We can almost get everything in there, you know, the synths and not quite, but that's where it happens, you know, where the magic gets, where the magic happens, I guess you could say, or where the beats happen. Yeah, there we go, where the beats pound, you know. That's the Zoot. But just thought I'd give you a tour, explain a little of what everything does, show you how Freestyle works it, you know. And there we go. Alright, man, you guys be cool. Have a good one. Peace out.